此前举行新闻发布会，介绍了中国南方个别城市发生鸡孔肯亚热输入疫情，并引发本地传播的情况，指出当前疫情可防、可治、可控。鸡孔肯亚热是一种经蚊媒传播的疾病，上世纪50年代在国外已有报告的病例。目前，全球已有119个国家和地区发现了该病毒的传播。据了解，中方就此同世界卫生组织保持着沟通。中国政府始终高度重视本国人民和在华外国公民的身体健康，将一如既往为境内外游客提供舒适、安全、便利的旅行环境。
A very contagious virus is making the rounds through the Philadelphia region, and it's not something we hear about very often.
Well, health reporter Stephanie Saul joins us now to explain what to watch out for now.
This is all over the place, we're being told. Doctors are seeing a growing number of cases of foot, hand, mouth disease, and that causes some painful rashes and sores. The Memorial Park pool in Chester was closed July 21st for a day after a child who visited the park was diagnosed with hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Each of our centers across the Philadelphia and surrounding county area are seeing multiple cases.
Dr. Bob Sinsilla, the medical director of Vibe Urgent Care Centers, says the contagious virus is spreading mainly in daycare centers and summer camps.
Kids are coming in with rashes that are on their fingers, on their hands, they can be on their toes and feet, and then you have oral ulcerations, and it makes it difficult for children, especially younger children, to eat because of how painful and how much they burn. It's not directly connected that they're touching their mouth and spreading the ulcers. It's all part of the manifestations of the virus.
The Pennsylvania Department of Health says it has not received any reports of outbreaks of hand, foot, mouth disease. That would be more than 3 cases in one facility in a week. The disease that can also cause a fever lasts for about a week, with symptoms appearing 3 to 6 days after being exposed.
It's commonly spread through water sources because of the way it spreads. If children don't clean themselves well enough to go when they go to the bathroom, it's spread from the fecal oral route. So people might end up getting pool water or camp water into their mouth.
And it can spread by touching someone who's infected. Plus, the virus can live on surfaces for a short period of time. Is this just in children, or can adults get it too?
It's primarily in children, but certainly we do have adults that have younger children that may contract it from them that come in as well too.
There's no treatment for hand, foot, mouth disease, only pain relief from something like acetaminophen. And doctors say the biggest risk linked to this virus is people, especially children, can become dehydrated because it can be so difficult and painful to eat and drink. And one of the better preventions, staying away from washing your hands.
Yes,
good hand washing is really important.
No question
for
about
everything,
it. Wow, that's all right, Steph. Thanks so much.
Dozens of flesh-eating bacteria infections have been confirmed now in North Carolina. It's called Vibrio, and health officials have put out a warning about this along the Gulf and Atlantic coasts. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Ashley Rowe. We've seen an uptick in cases this year, and we're starting to understand why that may be. So joining us live in studio to explain what you need to know about this is WRL climate change reporter Liz McLaughlin. Liz, let's start with what exactly is Vibrio and what's the danger here?
So Vibrio is a salt-loving bacteria. It lives in warm, brackish water. Most strains just cause stomach upset, but Vibrio valnificus is the rare, dangerous one that can turn a tiny cut into a flesh-eating infection. It moves quickly. The CDC says about 1 in 5 cases are fatal, and some patients die within 48 hours. According to data from state health officials, North Carolina has seen an increase in these cases in recent years. There have been about 59 Vibrio infections and 1 death so far this year, just logged through July, ahead of the peak season. And one patient in the Outer Banks shared these photos with us. He says he's been in the hospital for more than a week fighting the infection.
Oh, the picture is awful. Hearing about 48 hours is awful too. Why is this happening now? What's driving this increase?
Scary stuff, and essentially the water is hotter than usual, and that's really the fuel. Sensors near Cape Hatteras have recorded mid-80s sea surface temperatures for more than 40 consecutive days. That's about 2 degrees higher than the 30-year average. So warmer water combined with just the right salinity really allows this bacteria to flourish.
And the temperature is essentially similar for many bacteria. The higher the temperature, the more quickly they're going to reproduce. So it's on an order of 10 to 15 minutes for them to make another copy of themselves to reproduce from 1 to 2 to 4 bacteria. And so even in a matter of hours, you can have a very serious infection on your hands.
And climate-driven heat and rain events are widening that danger zone. So it's really in more areas and for a longer part of the year.
So what can we do to protect ourselves from this, Liz?
There are a few things. Avoiding exposing open wounds to salt water or brackish water is one. Even something like a fresh tattoo or a nick from shaving counts. So if you do get in, wash with warm soap and clean water right after. Vibrio can also be in raw seafood, so you can consume it or just touching it. So especially oysters, really cooking shellfish thoroughly is going to help. And early warning signs include redness, swelling, blistering around a cut within a day of water exposure. So if that happens, go to the ER and fast. Antibiotics and sometimes surgery are the only way to stop it.
Oh, that is unnerving, but I appreciate all of the advice there. Thank you, Liz.
We're following some breaking news, and moments ago we have learned that a third person has now died because of that Legionnaire's outbreak in Harlem. Nearly 60 cases have been reported within the zip codes in this map since July 25th. Health officials say that you can catch the disease by breathing in water vapor that has the Legionella bacteria. It has people who live in the area nervous, like one woman who was just diagnosed with pneumonia.
My body is hurting really bad. Just the other day, I thought I was having a heart attack. I'm also asthmatic. So I'm scared because I don't know what's going on with my body.
Well, the New York City Health Department is investigating this area of Harlem and says crews have remediated 11 cooling towers with initial positive screening results for Legionella. Again, the breaking news moments ago that we have learned a third person has died from the Legionnaire's outbreak in Harlem.